Keep going, 8-6. Keep going, baby. Let's go. Just.
He's back. He's looking. Still looking. He's going for the end zone. He's got Ertz. He's got a touchdown.
ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. Hey.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy. So, like, y'all already know why I'm here. You already know why I showed up on the cam. The schedules were just released, so let's go over it right quick here. Let's go ahead and start with our division. Start with the Redskins, 2-0, because Case Keenum doesn't want that smoke. We already beat them once in the NFC Championship game. They don't have like the offense to do it. Adrian Peterson is the GOAT, but he's just not. No. We're not going to let Adrian Peterson run 90 yards against us. But, not going to lie, the Redskins will play hard against us the first half of each game. But I see us going 2-0 just because they have nothing that's going to threaten us. Secondly, the Giants, 2-0. You put pressure in a hat on Eli Manning, the Giants will crumble. Because Saquon Barkley is not going to do it by himself this year. We're not going to allow that. So, 2-0. So, 2-0 plus 2-0 is what? 4-0? All right, the Cowboys, they come to Arlington, I think, October the 29th or 20th. I will be at that function, so you know, I hope to see some of y'all there. That could definitely come down to a close game either way because it's always down in Philadelphia. Definitely going to be a highly rated game. Definitely going to be a highly talked about game. But for us as a unit, I just want us to watch the Rams game, the Colts game from last year to see how we can shut down Zeke and make Dak be one-dimensional, because the defense is not going to be all the way stout. They're losing two of their defensive starters because they could not stay off the weed. So, it is what it is. Dallas is going to crumble this year. Probably won't even win 10 games. They're going to go 9-7. But off of that, stop Zeke, make Dak be one-dimensional, run the ball against that Dallas defense to offset Carson Wentz and set up the deep pass. I see us going 6-0 in our division like we did in like our Super Bowl year. So let's move on to the other games here. I got my notes down because, you know, I take notes. Fresh out of college is what we do. So, as I said on Twitter, one of our losses is going to be to the Falcons. So that's our second game. Like, just because the Falcons have had our number for a long time in the last 3 outings that we played them, and in the 2017 playoffs when we robbed them of a back-to-back Super Bowl run, due to that drop Julio Jones catch. Shout out to my boy Jalen Mills for the defense on that. And then we shocked them again in like I think the second game of the year last year when Nick Foles played, and we edged them out again. So, and now we're heading to Atlanta, and I don't think they're going to allow us to beat them again, especially with their healthy offense with Devin Coleman and Devin Freeman and Matt Ryan with that high-powered offense, with Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu, and I think they have that one tight end that's pretty good. They basically have the same kind of offense we do, so it's all going to come down to like the last score probably. But I see Atlanta just taking that one out because I think they're going to because I think they flat out just don't want to lose to this again for a third time. That would just be terrible. So 6-1 right there. And then the Lions, they come to Philadelphia for the third game. We're going to beat them as long as we don't let Matt Stafford be pretty. Keep him in the pocket and keep applying that pressure to him because his numbers are not very well under pressure. Actually, he has one of the worst QB ratings under pressure. So that's going to be our goal in playing the Lions when they come to Philadelphia, is to put pressure on Matt Stafford and make them one-dimensional, because the defense is not going to scare you besides Darius Slay. But we're just going to throw the ball on the upside of him and just run the ball down the throats and again, set up the play action. This should be a very good game for our secondary because Matt Stafford's going to throw that ball up. And then y'all are not gonna like this one, but I see us lose to the Packers. Like just because I see them revitalize after losing Mike McCarthy, and then Aaron Rodgers like Carson Wentz, he's hearing the noise. So he's going to want to come out firing, throwing the ball downfield. And then they have a really good running attack. They have 2 good young running backs that come out of the backfield. And then on defense, they have a really good secondary. They have this one hard-hitting safety at the free spot, and then they have this dude at corner named Alexander. So they definitely could pose a front, and then and then like that linebacking core is no chump for Green Bay. So unfortunately, and then it's in Green Bay. So I mean, it's not bad to lose in Green Bay. A lot of people lose in Green Bay. So 6-2 there, and then we play the Jets in Philadelphia. That's also going to be an easy win for us. Probably going to be a good day for our secondary and our D-line because Sam Darnold, he's also not good under pressure. He also has one of the worst QB R's under pressure, and that's going to replay into our game because he's going to want to run the ball with Le'Veon Bell. We're going to shut that down and put pressure on him, as well, so it make him one-dimensional. So that's be a good game for us. So 7-2 right there, and then we go to Minnesota to play the Vikings. I see us dropping that game even with a healthy Carson Wentz because Adam Thielen got his huge contract, and then if Stephon Diggs doesn't hold out, Diggs is holding out, so he's definitely going to want to play more aggressive to get that contract. So we might lose that game, but not by a lot because we never, even last year, we never lost games by more than a touchdown. So 7-3 right there, and then as I said, we play at the Cowboys. We want to win that, and then we go to Buffalo. Thankfully, not during the colder parts of the year. They also have a young quarterback who's more of a mobile quarterback than he is a pocket quarterback. So if we keep him in the pocket, which I'm pretty sure we're able to do, and not be scared of LaShawn McCoy, who's probably at the latter part of his career, but he's also no chump. So if we keep him in the pocket, make him one-dimensional, we could definitely come out that game winning. Even though I do kind of fear their wide receiving core with John Brown and Cole Beasley. But as long as we can keep that young quarterback in the pocket, we should have no problem with that. Our secondary should have a very good time that game as well. And then we play the Bears at home. I see us losing that game just because it's very hard to beat a team once you beat them once in the playoffs. They always try to come after a number again. So even if it does come down to the last score, I don't know. And then they have a very stout defensive front. Then, Mitchell Trubisky's also no chump as well. He will try to scramble outside the pocket, get that ball to Tariq Cohen, the Swiss Army knife. And then they also have another running back. But I also see a very good game for Jordan Howard. Just because it's a revenge game for him for letting them go. And then that's the bye week after that. And then the Patriots come to Philadelphia after that. Tom Brady's 42 at this point. I don't see him doing anything spectacular. He doesn't have a very threatening wide receiver core from Demaryius Thomas. He's had 2 Achilles surgeries, which kind of make him a Dez Bryant at this point. A very good possession receiver, but can't get any spacing or any separation. So definitely not seeing him flying down the field or anything like that, but definitely want to keep an eye out on Julian Edelman. But that's what we want to do against Tom Brady is we want to keep him in the pocket and put as much pressure on him as we can. If we do that, we don't have to worry about him setting up the play action with Sony Michel. So I see a very good. I see a very good game with that. Seattle, they've I don't know, for some reason Seattle has always had our number, and this year they're playing a cover 3 defense under their defensive coordinator, so no deep balls will be thrown downfield. However, I see this being a low-scoring game, but I do see Seattle coming on top of this, just because we just always had a hard time against Seattle. So I don't see us coming out with a win against this one. Miami, I do fear Miami just because every time players come to play in Miami, somebody always gets hurt, and that's something that we want to avoid as a Philadelphia Eagles team this year, is not getting any of our starters hurt. So, but I do see us winning in Miami just because they don't have a stable quarterback in Ryan Fitzpatrick. Their running back has a very funny problem. He's also very small, so he's not gonna get very far on that front 7. So, but what I will say against Miami is we gotta apply pressure to whoever's in that pocket, because that wide receiving core with Albert Wilson, Kenny Stills, will eat us alive if we allow them to get past the secondary. Like, they're very fast and they have great hands as well. So, but Miami, I see us coming out with a win in Miami. And then New York and the Redskins, I already said 2-0, 2-0, Dallas 2-0, and then the Giants 2-0. So 12-4. Tell me what you think. Like, if I'm off on something or you disagree, just let me know in the comments. But that's my prediction: 12-4, with a possible swing game with maybe the Bears or Seattle. That could give us that 13-3 record at best.